There's chainsaw people. Okay, I'm excited. Let's check everything out.
And spread Halloween, my minions.
Okay, first up is Hell Block Horror. It's 15 minutes. Let's go. So we just finished and my heart rate is literally through the roof. I don't think I'll be as scared now, but I don't know. I was going through and I didn't expect that many jump scares. And it's all jump scares basically. Definitely wasn't even a 15-minute wait. It was walk on, but oh my god, that was so scary. The actual theming was good. It was about like you're in like a jail cell and there's like zombies and they're shooting and whatever. So it was fun. Like, what did you think?
Okay.
So he says it was just okay and he's been here. Yeah, so it's more just jump scares than the theme. But we're gonna head into the next one, which is Spirits of the Coven. Okay, that one wasn't nearly as scary, but the theming was a lot better. It was like witchcrafty, coven-y. It was pretty good. What is that? Chupacabras? Alright, we're gonna head on Halloween first. That is like themed after the movie Halloween, so. Alright, we just finished a bunch of houses in the front of the park, so I'll give you a review of them in a bit, but here's one of the first scare zones. So we went on Chupacabra. That one was pretty good. The like animatronic head was pretty cool. The Michael Myers one was one of my favorite ones, and also there was like a fisherman's one which had like a boat, this like high up boat, and then there was a ghost at the top of the boat playing like a violin and stuff. And there was like an actual like boat, and the room was huge. They were like sprinkling it with water on the top, and then they had this guy in a scuba mask that was like lit up or like projected his face. That one was really, really cool too. But we're trying to head to the back where Men in Black is to try to get on the rest of the houses. For now, I'm just kind of like going with the flow because it's my first time, so I'm trying to enjoy it and also give you guys the experience as well. It's not super dark yet, as you can see, so I'm really excited to go through the scare zones again when it's really dark. I just wanted to show all the cool projections on the buildings. And there's a bunch of like lights and stuff everywhere, obviously, but it like looks really cool. So now we're gonna head into this like witches coven kind of scare zone. Fun. I like walking through those at night. I'm really excited to see all the other ones. But now we're gonna head into Diagon Alley to see if there's anything Halloween Horror Nights in there, and also to get onto Gringotts because it's a 10-minute wait. Put our stuff into lockers and then head into Gringotts. Okay, here's the pizza fries. I'm excited to try it, but it was super expensive. It was like $11 per plate. Mel's dying. I love this so much. So we've done quite a bit of houses. The one that's listed right here was my all-time favorite so far. That one was actually way better. It was all the way in the back, like tucked in the corner, but it was really good. Pizza fries were, they just tasted like fries, pepperoni, sausage, and cheese, and some marinara sauce. Like, I know it has a lot of hype, but I don't know, it just tasted like regular. It didn't taste bad, but it wasn't like amazing. So now we are gonna go into the Weekend house and then the Classic Monsters house, and then we'll be done. Got done with Weekend, and then we also got done with Classics, Dracula, Mummy, and Werewolf. I like that one better. I think we're gonna head home now because it's 12:35. Okay, now we're exiting. I'll give you guys all of my thoughts and ratings of all the houses after this. So if this is all you came for, then thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And if you want to hear all my thoughts of all the houses, then stay tuned for this next clip. Hey y'all, it's the next day. I just wanted to rank the haunted houses because I feel like the video was a little bit scrambled. I was trying to enjoy my time there, but also we were like running from house to house because you have such a limited amount of time and you have to wait in the lines. So, okay, I'm gonna scooch over to this side so that you can, I can put like a list over here. My absolute favorite was Descendants of Destruction. Deeper, darker, deadlier. Careful not to leave any of your Scream Squad behind as you descend the subway tunnels of a deserted New York. Lurking in the dark are hungry mutants looking to feast on the last remnants of humanity. This one was my absolute favorite because the theming was really good. They had an actual subway like come and like pop out at you. It was like there were like this like all these sparks and loose wires, and like the theming of it was so cool in my opinion. I really loved that one. That one was my favorite. So number 2 was Dead Man's Pier, Winter's Wait. In a New England fishing village, undead fishermen emerge from the waves to seek their revenge. You and your Scream Squad may have escaped their hooks in the scare zone. Now they'll reel you in and drag you under. So, oh, this one was so good too. This one was the one that I talked about earlier in the video that had a bunch of boats and like water underneath the boat. There was a huge room, 2 huge rooms actually. One that looked like you were literally in the town of like a fisherman's pier area, and there was like a fountain and like buildings all around, and you like walked around, and it was really elaborate and cool. There were like portholes with like screens behind it so it looked like you were underwater. Oh my gosh, that one was amazing. That one was almost my first, but the subway one was just too cool not to make it. Okay, my third favorite was Halloween. Halloween was based on the movie Michael Myers, so the description is silent, merciless, relentless. There's nobody like Michael Myers, and if your Scream Squad is ready this year, you can gather together and face the terror of Halloween from the very beginning. I heard this one kind of comes back every year, every couple years, and it's basically everyone says it's the same thing. I really liked this one as well because there was a huge room, or 1 or 2 big rooms like that were tall and spaced out instead of just being cramped like in a wall and like moving side to side. There was like a huge house and like a front yard and like big metal wired fencing, and I just really, that one also got me quite a few times as well, the scares, but that one's theming was really cool, and also the scares were really good. Okay, my 4th favorite was Universal Monsters Legends Collide. This one was cool because I think it was the werewolf, it was Wolfman, Dracula, and the Mummy, and they were all essentially fighting each other, but it was set in the Mummy's era. So it was like Egyptian, there was like Sphinx, like a huge room again. You were going through like underground and like the pyramids, and then you would see the Wolfman pop out, you would see Dracula, and then at the end, like one had the other's head like hanging by his like hand, and then I heard that they mix it up and sometimes it's someone else holding someone else's head. I thought that one was pretty cool, and I got scared actually a good amount of times. Okay, my fifth favorite house was The Weeknd house. It's music to your fears. You love his music, but can you survive his mind? The Weeknd is about to stalk your squad through this haunted house, a surreal living nightmare from his after hours video. His nightmare is now yours. I liked this one because it seems like they put a lot of money and effort into the actual haunted house. I've never seen his music video, and I think the haunted house was based on his music video, so that's kind of my bad. So I didn't really understand it fully, but I liked this one. Had really cool art and like decorations, and there were like pipes on the walls and they were lit up, and then there was like a stage, there were like mannequins or people. It was pretty cool. I liked it. And of course they were playing The Weeknd's music in the house. I don't even remember what number I'm on, so I'm just gonna say next. But next was the spirits of the coven. They're bewitchingly terrifying. The coven of beautiful flapper witches will lure you into their 1920s speakeasy, reveal their haggish true form, and turn your scream squad into a witch's brew. They'll be cackling and you'll be screaming. So I really liked the concept of this one. I think that it could have been executed a little bit better. This one's gonna be more in the middle of the list because it was good, but it wasn't one of my faves. Okay, next is Hell Block Horror. As these monsters escape their prison, there's no escape for you. Enter a prison whose savage inmates are monstrous creatures. If they break free from their cells, it's a death sentence for everyone. So I can't put this one last because this was the first ever haunted house I have ever been to at Halloween Horror Nights. And I was genuinely scared in general because I didn't know what to expect. This one was cool because you were kind of like in a prison, and then the people and the guards turned into like monsters and zombies, and then there were projections and there were gunshot like sounds and like lights popping, so it looked like they were actual gunshots. There were projections on the walls of someone like shooting, and then there was a person that was like the actual monster who was like, oh, like reacting and stuff, and it was actually pretty cool. I liked it. Okay, next was Fiesta de Chupacabras. Listen to your abuela and beware the chupacabras. Visit a Latin American village where the legend of the creature chupacabras is celebrated with a colorful fiesta, and the streets are lined with the crimson blood of tourists like you and your amigos. This one I liked as well. The theming was really good. I believe this one also had a bigger room, and then the chupacabra, actually it was a head that kind of like turned and like opened and closed its mouth. The reason this is more on the bottom is because of that head. I think they could have done a better job making it more realistic and stuff, but other than that, it was really cool. It would just like pop out of the darkness and just like come at you, and like there would be sounds, and it was pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, next is Bugs Eaten Alive. These bugs are out to exterminate you. While touring a 1950s home of the future, you'll be surrounded by the slime of bugs everywhere as hordes of many-legged terrors descend upon you and your scream squad. You'll be dropping like flies. So for this one, I think I was just expecting a lot more than what was actually happening. And I really liked the concept of it, like being placed in the 1950s when they came out with all these movies with like giant-sized bugs like that were radiated, were like the enemy and the monsters. So it was a really fun idea, and I really like the concept of it. However, I'm terrified of bugs. I hate bugs. I won't touch bugs. Like, I just genuinely am not a bug person, and I feel like I really didn't get scared from this house. I did like one thing, is that they had these really thin strings hanging from the ceiling, so when you walked, it wasn't like these big thick ones that you would have to like pull out of the way. You almost didn't see them, and you just felt like these thin things like going over your head, your hair, your face, and like that kind of felt like bugs. And so I really liked that. That was a really smart thing, but it just wasn't as scary as I thought. I thought I was gonna be more scared. Maybe it was just me, like maybe it was just a me thing, because I was expecting to be terrified and I wasn't. And then my least favorite was the horror Horrors of Blumhouse, twice the screams, twice the terror. Get ready for a blood-curdling new double feature of Blumhouse horror as your Scream Squad faces a ruthless serial killer in Freaky and an evil kidnapper in the relentlessly terrifying The Black Phone. So my brother watched The Black Phone and he said it was a good movie. And then Freaky, my brother told me it was a comedy, like a comedy horror. So this house consisted of 2 in 1 basically. So first you went through one movie's like haunted house, which was Freaky. Basically that one is based on, you guys know Freaky Friday, like when they switch bodies and the mom becomes the daughter and the daughter becomes the mom. So it's like that, except it's a girl and a murderer, like a serial killer, and they switch bodies. And so essentially it's supposed to be funny. But the actual like haunted house portion was just like the girl popping out once in a while and then the killer popping out once in a while, and then like a room with a bed with a dead person on it. That was basically it. And then the second house was The Black Phone, and that one was basically that someone or people get kidnapped and like stuck in a basement. That's basically the extent that my brother told me of that movie. Both of these seemed very basic. Like there wasn't a lot of effort put in to curate the theming to the houses. The only thing that I did think was cool of the Black Phones one was that in the beginning when you first entered, you were in like the basement, I guess, with a phone and then a mattress on the ground and a kid. And the kid was like running, trying to dial the phone, like trying to, you know, escape or whatever. And then at the end, after all this maze, you exit and you're in the basement again. And there's a dead body on the mattress. And you're like, oh no, the kid is dead. Like he died. He didn't make it. Then you keep walking and then it like flashes. And there's the serial killer is like being strangled by the black payphone. And the kid is like strangling him. So then you're like, oh no, he did it. He's like escaping. He's getting out. And so like then you leave the haunted house. So that part was cool. So I hope that didn't take too long and I hope you were able to sit through all of it. If not, that's totally fine. But if you've made it to this point, thank you so much for watching. But anyway, stay tuned for a possible home vlog coming soon if it ends up being entertaining at all. And definitely gonna be back at the parks. I'm going to Disney Springs to try out more fall treats and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed this little glimpse. If you want to see actually inside the haunted houses, I know there are a lot of vloggers who were invited to the media event and they were able to film inside the houses. So go watch their videos if you want to see those. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you're gonna be going to Horror Nights. Let me know if this is gonna be your first time, if you've ever been. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week and a magical month, and I'll see y'all in the next one.